Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
We are
WeTopia.
Today our topic is tips for staying happy and healthy during the pandemic. This is our agenda.
Due to the pandemic, many of us recently have been locked down for a long period of time at home.
Oh, how terrible it is!
I believe that many of you must have been like me, doing three things all day long: studying, sleeping, and eating.
Are you sure you're gonna play any video games at home during this vacation? Video games are quite tempting.
Oops, I almost forgot. Or am just ashamed to admit it. Maybe just a little bit of time spent playing video games.
And how do you feel? Was it fun to you?
Fun? It was indeed, in the beginning. But after a while, it wasn't. And approaching what can be properly defined as boring. What's more, you are very likely to find yourself gaining a considerable amount of weight.
Hey, don't scare our audiences.
Alright, having said that, however, we have no intention whatsoever to frighten our audiences with gloomy facts as they just now.
On the contrary, we are here to provide you with some tips to deal with them.
Quite true, and though these tips are sometimes too obvious and well known to be worth mentioning,
But knowing the reasons behind them may give you the momentum you have to follow through.
yes, as we all know, by exercising frequently, we are able to keep ourselves happy and healthy. However, seldom do people know how it works.
The key factor here is our immune system. You see, by exercising for half an hour, immune cells such as neutrophils, monocytes, natural killer cells, killer T cells will get into our blood vessels and lymphatics and start working if there is any virus or germs invading our body.
By the way, did you exercise during the period of time?
Yes, I love sports.
What exercise do you usually do?
I love playing badminton, but at home I will play Ring Fit Adventure, which is a game released by Switch. And you?
Oh, my mom invited me and my sister to do yoga with her. Although it was kind of suffering, I had the happiest family time with them.
Oh, I'm so envious. But this proves that exercise will really make us feel happy.
I'm curious about other tips to make our happy and healthy during the pandemic, aside from exercising.
During the pandemic, we are forced to stay at home and isolate from others. Deprived of human connection, we will naturally feel depressed. And what do we normally do when we feel depressed?
We eat?
Yes, but eating is not good enough. Aside from the possibility of gaining too much weight, we will soon wear our palate out and make it dull with one delicacy after another.
So, eating is not a good solution to depression of this kind?
It is, provided that we eat what we make. While eating delicious food is emotionally soothing, eating what we make with our own hands adds a tasteful sense of achievement in it. What can be more satisfying than enjoying the fruit of our labor in the moment it was created?
You mean cooking is the act of creating?
It certainly is. And cooking is a process that allows no pausing or stopping in it. When you start cooking, our brain moves from the step 1 to the last step non-stop. In this time, our brains change to a mode that is peaceful and stable, which are called psychological detachment.
Wow! Cooking now sounds very active and rewarding.
And therapeutic. Writer Jen Wallen from Wall Street Journal has published a nice article where she asserts that cooking and baking are pursued a type of therapy known as behavioral activation. The goal is to alleviate depression by boosting positive activity, increasing goal-oriented behavior, and curbing the procrastination and passivity.
Oh, this reminds me of an interview I saw online of my favorite actress, Kristen Stewart from Twilight series. When the host Jimmy Kimmel asked what she did to pass the time during the 3-month lockdown last year, she said she cooked And she didn't cook from a cookbook, but anything she could find in the fridge, in any way she could come up with.
Absolutely, like I said, cooking is an act of creating. And cooking is an interesting adventure. But sometimes you will face some difficulties and get trapped in some situation. Eventually, you will arrive at the point that maybe not be called at paradise, but definitely called at being at home.
Nice one, a pun!
Yes, the phrase being at home normally connotes a state of feeling comfortable in a cozy and familiar place.
So being at home is not.
That's right, as John Milton has pointed out in his masterpiece, Paradise Lost. That is, the mind in its own place can make a heaven of hell or hell of heaven. That is, what really matters is our perspective look at that place.
I've got it! Aside from cooking and exercising, a positive way of looking at things around us is also necessary.
You bet!
So even though we are living in a terrible place, we still need to do our best to